Cubic functions.
It's question time!
According to the question, when this function is being divided by x plus 2, it leaves no remainder. Now, if we are to look at the function very well, we realize that the value for a is p, and we are supposed to get a number and not a variable. So first of all, let's find a way to change the alphabet here to a number. And in doing that, we've been given the factor to be x plus 2. Now, if we equate x plus 2 to 0, now x will be equal to minus 2. In other words, we are saying that f of minus 2 is equal to, and the question says it leaves no remainder, so that means 0. Wherever we see x, we put minus 2, and we should make sure that it should be equal to 0. Now, let's do that. Simplify further. It's equal to 0. Yeah, let's not forget that. Now we want the value of p. So let's divide through by the coefficient of p. Now p is equal to positive 1. So this is the function now. Now we know the coefficient of this term to be 1. We cannot divide it with the factor x plus 2. So as we divide, let's use the long division method. Okay, now x goes into x cubed, x squared times x is x cubed, x squared times 2, which is 2x squared, now minus 3x squared, minus 2x squared, which is minus 5x squared, x into minus 5x squared is minus 5x, minus 5x times 2, minus 10x. Now minus 5, okay, this one will be 0. So 8 minus minus 10, which will be positive 18x. Then we have our 36 here. X into 18. X is 18. 18 times x is 18x. 18 times 2, which is 36. Now let's subtract. We have 0 and then 0. So now we have x plus 2, which is the first factor, against our quadratic equation, which is the second factor. Now we can simplify this further. So according to this question, when this function is divided by x minus 2, the remainder is 7. But if you look at the function very well, we have p here. That coefficient is expected to be a number, not an alphabet. So first of all, let's find the value for p. And we'll be given a factor, so we can use that to find the value of p. Now, we know that x minus 2 is a factor. When it is equal to 0, then x is equal to positive 2. So in this case, f of positive 2 will be equal to, they said the remainder. Now, when x is 2, it says that the remainder is 7. So f of this positive 2, then the remainder should be 7. What it means is that wherever we see x in this function, we put positive 2 there. And we make sure that we equate it to 7. So this is what it will be. We have x cubed, and that is now 2 cubed plus 5 times 2 squared plus p times 2 minus 1 should be equal to 7. So the question demanded for the value of p. So the value of p is minus 10. Now we have to find the value of a and b. If you look at the function carefully, realize that a is supposed to be a number, b is supposed to be a number. And we can use the first factor, which is x plus 3. We know that x plus 3, when we equate it to 0, x is equal to minus 3. So f of minus 3, now since it has no remainder, then it's equal to 0. So that means that if we are to put minus 3 in this equation and equate it to 0, it will give us the value of a and then b. Okay, let's do that. Now, Since we don't have the values of a and b yet, let's term this as equation 1. Now they gave us a second factor, which is x plus 2. So x, when we equate it to 0, we have x to be minus 2. If we are to put f of minus 2 into the equation, the question said that when this is a factor, it gave a remainder of 4. So we are now finding f of minus 2 is equal to 4. So we are putting minus 2 in place of x, and we equate it to 4. So we end up getting minus 2 cubed plus a multiplying minus 2 squared minus 5 minus 2 plus b, and it said it's equal to 4. So this is equation 2. Now let's solve this simultaneously. Solving these two equations simultaneously is either we use the elimination method or substitution method, but since we have b, and then they have the same coefficient, let's just try to eliminate the b. Let's say equation 1 minus equation 2. So 9a minus 4a plus b minus b is equal to 12 minus 2. Since we have the value for a, we can use it to find the value for b. Let's put a in any of the equations. Let's put a is equal to 2 into equation 1. Now we have 9 times 2 plus b is equal to 12. Therefore, our values for a is 2, whereas our value for b is minus 6. We find the value of p and then the factors of f of x. So in order to find the value of p, let's just put minus 1 in place of x. So we have for us to get the factors, we're given one factor, f of minus 1, and we know that this is the same as x is equal to minus 1, and this can be written as x, as we bring this one here, is plus 1 is equal to 0. So we are using this to divide. Let's use the long division method. So we are left with the factors x plus 1 and then 6x squared plus 7x minus 5. Now factorize this completely in order to get the two factors. Now if you solved it correctly, then you are supposed to get 2x minus 1 as one factor, and then 3x plus 5 as another factor.